Descendant, I'm glad you made it back safely. I heard the amount of pressure in the Void Abyss was huge. And yet you still managed to complete the operation. You really are talented. I'd love to have you join our unit. Wouldn't that be great, Keelan?
Sure, they're useful enough. They don't get in the way and they can hold their own. Thanks to you, the mission was a success. You did well, even though you weren't trained for it. Inez, why are you looking at me like that?
Wow! The Void Abyss really is a scary place. It's changed your arcade traits, and now it's even changed your personality. I've never heard you compliment anyone before. Keelan's still in there somewhere, right?
Never mind. Descendant, you should pay HQ a visit. I hear they're preparing a follow-up operation. Inez, I've got to drop by the Magister Research Institute. I'm a little worried about that doggo we rescued.
Wow! I swear that didn't sound like Keelan. I didn't know he liked dogs.
Got a question about the operation? Welcome back. Is there anything you want to report? Are you saying that this record was left by the ancestors who tried to use the Ironheart? And an ancient arcane weapon. What were they trying to do with the Ironheart? Were they trying to close the dimensional wall just like we're trying to do now? I don't have time to think about that right now. We'll begin operations to dig up the Red Sphere and break out the Ironheart using the arcane weapon.
Descendant, we will check the safety of the weapon thoroughly, so don't worry. Also, deciphering the composition of the Red Sphere was quite beneficial for us. It allowed us to start immediate production of dismantling materials. We are mass producing them, just in case.
Luna and Reyna are investigating the weapon, so I want you and Kyle to clear out all enemies within the vicinity of the Red Sphere. The arcane weapon and the material to destroy the Red Sphere are both ready. As long as we have no troublemakers impeding our operation, there shouldn't be any problems. We should definitely be able to get the Ironheart first this time.
Alpha appears to be focused on how to use the Ironheart. He doesn't seem to be concerned about how it came to be sealed away in the first place. I want to know why the ancestors concealed the Ironheart. At the risk of...
In the time that we have been able to observe the Void Abyss, we've run into a problem. It seems that the Colossi in the Void Abyss that we've observed have also spotted Ingress. Seneca believes that our ability to observe the Void Abyss is due to the reduction in space between the Void and Ingress. If Seneca's hypothesis is correct, it also explains how the Colossi in the Void Abyss were able to detect Ingress. The problem is that the wavelengths of the Colossi that have been detected are different than normal. They are several orders of magnitude above standard. It is probably the largest reading ever recorded for a Colossus. Inez is investigating to see if this phenomenon is related to the exploration of VV-072. As soon as we have more information, I will pass it along. Please head to Intercept immediately. I wish you the best of luck, Descendant.
Descendant, I know the situation is urgent, but I have information to relay to you. I will be waiting.
This is an important operation, so listen carefully. Descendant, I've been waiting for you. First of all, thank you for your hard work you put into this operation. An impressive achievement for your first Void Vessel exploration. It's no wonder Hound wants to recruit you. It's not entirely because of that success, but it has been decided that for the time being, you'll be assigned to Void Vessel exploration missions. VV-072 is unlike any Void Vessel that we've discovered so far. It doesn't look like a Vulgus ship, and I'm concerned that the Vulgus have already taken control of its interior. Also, the Vulgus seem to be using a dedicated exploratory force similar to our Hound unit. We need to find out what they are doing on VV-072 and what they are looking for. Descendant, I want you to conduct a second search operation. I'll contact Hound to assist you.
Well, I didn't expect you to be rushed into another operation this fast. While we're here, Descendant, can you come and see me for a moment? There you are. I'm as confused as you are by HQ's decision. A redeployment so soon after your return.
Though I can see why HQ ordered it. It's the Void Abyss after all. And there are Vulgus all over VV-072.
And, unfortunately, the data you collected contained very few valuable leads. Plus the unexpected Vulgus presence. I suppose HQ had no choice.
The presence of the Vulgus on VV-072 means it's likely they're also looking for something there. Probably information that could give them an advantage over us. Traveling into the Void Abyss isn't easy, even for the Vulgus. There must be something important for them to take that risk. If VV-072 is a Vulgus ship, they have the advantage. We won't be able to stop whatever the Vulgus are planning if we fall behind now. That's why a second sweep is absolutely necessary.
Keelan's right. So I pulled something together as well. This device contains a code to break the Vulgus algorithm. When the specialized code loaded onto this device is activated, it will automatically collect Vulgus records from all over the Void Vessel. Analyzing those records will tell us why the Vulgus came to VV-072. I'm counting on you, Descendant.
Descendant, I hear you're planning further operations in the recently discovered Void Vessel. I have a favor to ask. Can you come to the Research Institute?
Launching Void Vessel Exploration Operation. Biosignals are unstable.
Keelan, are you all right?
What's about the Descendant?
Still in void space. Stay where you are until the rendezvous.
I can handle it myself. Let's get this operation going.
Iron Heart. Our path will not be an easy one. But I have no use for weakness. Remember, the Iron Heart is essential for the greater good. You shall become pathfinders and light the way. Go and find our way to glory.
Loading.
I don't understand. You are the proud scouts of the Void Abyss. You serve Lord Kirel in the vanguard of this movement. This is an honor. However, all I hear from your words is stupidity. You don't know how to censorship. That is useless. The legions no longer require your loyalty. Your voice ends here. Leave the corpse where it is. Let it serve as a warning to all Vulgus. All shall read the orders of Lord Kirel.
Suspected location of a bio-experimental lab identified. Lone structure found. Biospecimens present. Data transmitted. Confirmed connection to Ironheart. General Aimant's orders. Facility preserved. Transmission complete. Drone control module experiment complete. Area defense and surveillance online. Exploration report complete.
Descendant, I've analyzed the data you've uploaded to your receive channel. There are some anomalies. I was wondering if you had a moment to discuss them. There you are. You've done a great job collecting the data. I've processed and analyzed the information you uploaded. Let me break it down for you. Firstly, we only discovered VV-072 recently, but the Vulgus records go back way before we discovered it. That means the Vulgus didn't discover VV-072 around the same time as we did. They'd already been there for a long time. Luckily, the data you collected was quite detailed, giving us some clues as to why the Vulgus went to VV-072 and what they've been looking for there all this time. For starters, the information the Vulgus are after is probably related to the Ironhearts, and it's most likely the information on where the Ironhearts are hidden.
How can you be sure?
Look, this is geographical data on Ingress. It accounts for a significant portion of all the data we have, and some of it is locked with quantum encryption. The Vulgus surveyed the entire topography of Ingress 100 years ago. For them to go all the way to the Void Abyss to look for topographical information means...
It probably has something to do with the Ironhearts.
Considering how accurately Corell was able to locate the Ironheart, he must have found the information here.
If only we'd been faster. We could have turned the tables on them. Wait. Inez. What's this?
Oh, I was just about to get to that. This data is very old. It's about an engagement the Vulgus fought against an enemy on VV-072.
Hang on. Isn't this referring to Aisha's squad?
Yes, that's what I thought too. The way they described how they looked, the technology they used, their firearms, and especially the mention of the rose of Aisha's weapon. Everything fits, down to the bullet specs.
These Aisha squad survived the Void Storm. They made it to VV-072.
It seems that way, but there's no record of what happened to them. If the Vulgus had killed them, it would be in these records. But there's nothing further after an entry saying they lost the targets. It's complicated. Anyway, Descendant, I'll go over this with HQ and get back to you.
Descendant, I need to speak with you in private. Can you spare a minute?
There are traces of a special wavelength in the Colossus energy that Seneca identified. A trace that only I can detect, thanks to my void energy sensory amplification algorithm. It is very faint, but it is a trace of Arche. Of course, it is possible that the Arche trace on the Colossus is a result of a number of coincidences. It would not be surprising if a Colossus who fought a battle with the ancestors in the distant past retained these traces in the aftermath of the battle. Colossi are also still shrouded in mystery for the most part, so I would not be surprised if some of them have powers related to Arche. Descendant, we need a sample to determine why this Colossus has Arche traces on it. I will collect the data once you have intercepted it.
You may speak freely. I overheard your conversation with Inez and Keelan. As they guessed, the enemy that the Vulgus engaged was definitely Aisha. I had my doubts when I started reviewing the records, but when it got to the part about a red handgun and a rose engraved on it, I was convinced. A handgun engraved with a red rose was Aisha's most cherished weapon. As you know, not many descendants use handguns as their primary weapon, and no descendant would insist on using a handgun unless it was an Arche unique weapon. For me, that confirmed the enemy that the Vulgus engaged, mentioned in those records, was Aisha. I've been obsessed with finding Aisha. waiting for the right time to go and search for her. Now that the opportunity is finally here, I've been excluded from the operation. I don't resent Alpha's decision. He's made a wise choice. But I need to ask you to do something. It's now or never. Will you look for signs of Aisha during this operation? It doesn't matter how small they are. I want to see them with my own eyes. I desperately need this.
This is Descendant Eckert. Are you busy? I've been refining the Void Vessel record tracking algorithm at HQ's request. I'll need to talk you through it. Could you spare some time?
I am analyzing the Void Paradox. Descendant, I know you fought your fair share of intercept battles, but this one will be a real challenge. The enemy shows the highest void energy readings of any Colossus I've ever observed. Yet the Colossi that we've dealt with so far fall within what we consider a normal range. Well, this one far exceeds that. At first I thought it must be an error. But you are about to face the most powerful Colossus you will have ever encountered. Please, be careful. I'll begin preparations to intercept right away. Are you ready?
Just say the word. I'll find out everything for you. You're here. This is the device with the improved algorithm. I've added a couple of features to the Void radar configuration. Firstly, I've altered the data collection device so it detects certain wavelengths within the coordinates. I've also added a feature to amplify and track RK traces once detected, even the faintest amount. Even if the level of RK emissions drops below the threshold, it shouldn't be a problem as long as it has been detected. The device will accurately amplify the traces and recalculate their location. It gave me some headaches along the way, but it all turned out okay. Take it to Seneca and that's it. It'll start functioning once he's installed it. What I found most interesting during the development of the algorithm was in order to reduce the interference from void energy, I had to incorporate the principle of modulation of the gamma value of the reflected wavelength. Descendant? Descendant, are you listening?
Hello, Descendant. I've been waiting for you. That must be the algorithm Eckert modified. I'll apply it right now. When the algorithm activates, you'll be able to detect data that was previously obscured by the high levels of void energy. It'll provide an opportunity to retrieve data that would otherwise be missed due to the wavelengths. The first data to collect is the RK wavelengths remaining on VV072. These are the records left behind by any descendants. This is a chance for us to see events that took place, people we've lost, and any truths that may have been obscured. Descendant, I hope you return safely after completing the operation.
Everyone, if you can hear me, please respond.
Oh! This is James! I'm hurt, but still alive.